Are you ready to see the watchtower?
You want to hear the most ironic line?
Born that way. Plus 6 months.
Out of the old main cast, Roy Harper was the cool, independent kid. Someone who had so much fire in his belly that he ran off to carve his own career. No longer as Speedy, but as Red Arrow. And he's so much more mature and professional that he investigated the potential mole within the team.
You've got the mission covered. But who's covering the 3 potential mole suspects you're bringing along?
But then, of course, he learns the value of friendship and becomes less of an island.
None of us are perfect, but each of us would give our lives for this team. So try to keep an open mind. Wow. He deigns to touch the hand of a suspected traitor.
Mind open.
This makes it all the more funny that, actually, he's the mole the whole time. In fact, he's a clone born in a lab to infiltrate the Justice League.
I was a sleeper agent, pre-programmed to infiltrate the League.
That line, which was supposed to be the sincere declaration of someone believing he's prepared to be respected like an adult and do his part for the greater good, which was a passionate desire so great that he threw his little cap on the floor when he wasn't, that was something programmed. But what does this all actually mean? The story of Red Arrow will surprise you.
Roy, you just need to be patient.
What I need is respect. They're treating us like kids. Worse, like sidekicks. We deserve better than this.
The consequences of all the programming is Roy's deep emotional concern with being respected, which is why he starts out obsessed with being included. Respect is important in informing us on who we are, because it's relational information. As Kramer and Tyler argued, central to the effort of self-definition is evaluating belongingness or inclusiveness to groups. However, to be socially excluded, that's actually a multifaceted social issue because it's a two-way street. There's the individual's loss of membership with the group, then there's the group being influenced by this individual.
If we're considering Blue Devil, then I nominate Red Arrow.
And then how tolerant the group is with excluding this person. That's a paraphrase, by the way. I'm saying all of this because what's interesting throughout Red Arrow's story is this constant movement between these lines of inclusion and exclusion. The discovery of being a clone changes how Red Arrow sees himself. However, the show also totally avoids all the clone cliches you'd expect. When the team are told the truth, they don't reject him.
Clone or no clone, Red Arrow was one of us. We will go after him.
There's no love triangle with the whole "you stole my life" shenanigans, or even a "I need to find who I really am deep down inside" sort of existential crisis. Roy's membership with his friends and family is never lost. Their respect for him is never at question. What is lost is his self-respect. Thus, his decision to reject them.
I'm a traitor. A pawn.
Roy, it'll be all right.
I'm not Roy. I don't know what I am. All I know is I need to find the real Roy. I need to rescue Speedy.
Roy's search for the original Roy is all about guilt. He doesn't feel like he's got the right to exist because he's stolen someone else's life. His name, his relationships, his memberships, they're all lies. There's someone real elsewhere who should be living it, even though it's totally untrue in terms of maths.
We've all done the math. Speedy was abducted before any of us met.
You're the guy we trained beside, fought beside. You're the only you we know.
But then there's two things that happen. Roy has a baby, a child that's from his life, not Speedy's, not from the Light's plan. It's his. She's him, and instead of being outraged,
congratulations,
he's happy because this responsibility justifies his sense of responsibility for himself.
And stop calling him the real Roy Harper. You may be his clone, but I need you to be real. Our daughter needs you to be real.
By the way, I love this detail of Cheshire never calling the Roy they're looking for the real one. It's either Speedy or the original Roy, because she loves him, damn it! The second event is the simple fact that the original Roy rejects the space our Roy doesn't think he's entitled to.
I don't want to be the cause of more conflict between you two. I'd understand if you never wanted to lay eyes on me again. I don't know. Seems to me the clone didn't do anything wrong. He didn't ask to be created. Plus, he found me. I can't blame him for this.
But I can totally blame you!
Roy,
We were partners. Friends. How could you not know I had been replaced? How could you leave me in Luther's hands for 8 years?
And how did I not see how useless you are?
Clone Roy is everything the original refuses to be now. Red Arrow does consider Ollie his friend, his partner, and the life he got to live for the last 8 years wasn't in fact stolen, it was an empty space he filled.
It's a curse, isn't it? Having me for a mentor. Speedy, Red Arrow, Artemis. The three of you all poster children for the Stay Away from Green Arrow Club.
I may not have always shown it over the years, but I don't feel that way. Neither did Artemis. And trust me, I know Roy doesn't feel that way either. Not really. You're a good man, Ollie. So get back in there. He needs you, whether he knows it or not.
In this moment, clone Roy transforms from being the one who refused to believe he could ever be included in his own life, to being the one speaking for it, in order to tell someone else that it's okay, that they are worthy of respect. This moment is so important that I'm so glad I was able to get it in 360p. It's also pretty clever that they've effectively split up Roy's original pre- and post-Cry for Justice storyline by basically turning it into 2 different characters. The edgelord who lost his arm and daughter, and the dude who gets his happy ending with his daughter. Red Arrow is now the head of Bowhunter Security. He's more happy-go-lucky.
Food poisoning. Explosive diarrhea.
Clone Roy is now Will, and Will, instead of being a fiery man of action, is a calm, domestic, responsible man who shelters others and guides his friends so they don't lose touch with those who needs them.
Those kids need you! Your team needs you!
Okay, so if Violet Croc is out, then, man, I'm stumped.
Sounds like the beginnings of a Harper family business. Don't push it. Baby steps? You can use Harper if you want. Come inside, Jade.
Will.
Come inside. Stay with us. Lian needs her mother.
Violet Harper. I like it.
And I need you too.
As a result, what we have is a dude who basically wakes up every day so happy and grateful of his life that he never feels excluded. Instead, he lives a life reminding everyone else that they're always included, that they're always respected. But then we get this fucking bullshit plotline where Will thinks he should get together with Artemis since, well, she's already like a mother figure to his daughter, leading to a romantic dinner, a kiss. It's like, But then everyone comes to their senses.
Whew. What a relief.
On one hand, this is a bit of a waste of time, but on the other hand, I guess it's ultimately a harmless diversion, where we got to enjoy these superheroes living normally and going through mundane forms of momentary insanity. In conclusion, Red Arrow is a really cool guy because instead of taking a dark, angry, loner character and push him further into some nonsense, they went the other way. We saw him light up like Christmas lights from the shadows, until it became the light everyone uses to see what's around them. We see someone lose everything and discover a reason to live, not from plunging his hands into hell, but from holding on to the beauty around him. The beauty which has always included him.
Hey, Roy. Need a hand? Ready to see the inner sanctum?
Born that way. No.
We think you do.
I'm glad we're all here.
Have all 4 sidekicks ever been in the same place at the same time?
Don't call us sidekicks. Look, I need it. I need it to find Speedy.
Chill, Red. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to make you clean up your act.
The real Roy Harper. A search like that is expensive, especially when the rest of you have all given up. Well, forget it, Jade. You lost the right to backseat drive when you left me to return to a life of crime.
You're our friend. Just because you're a clone with anger management issues doesn't change that.
That's not why I left. It was just a side benefit.
You want to salvage someone's soul? Go get Calder to see the light.
Besides, I'm still your wife. Legally.
Write me off. Or don't.
Grants me certain privileges to knock sense into you.
Either way, blow.
She needs her father, Roy.
Yeah, they grew me. Sometimes the apple doesn't even fall. It just sits on the branch and turns rotten.
Are we still talking about Cassandra and Onyx?
Or rather, Force grew me. They could both be moles. And he's a former mole, so he'd know. Ow! In a matter of months, I looked your age.
See you in the morning.
I'll have the coffee brewing. They programmed me with all your memories and skills, and worse. Come on, Grayson. Let's not pretend you were planning to hit your traffickers before nightfall.
Well,
Should I be concerned over the obvious delight our daughter takes in the ultra-violence?
You have to get your head on straight. It's genetic.
There's like a mist out. I don't dare to run to you. What if I get swallowed up by something we can't see? I was out in the night when something grabbed me.
So that was the Red Arrow video. This should have come out last week, but we all know what happened. So anyways, all of his stuff with Cheshire will actually be put into her video. And yeah, anyways, cheers. I'm working on a bunch of Batman Beyond videos. 3 specifically, about his different relationships. Anyways, this should be cool.